The KL High Court granted Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi a discharge not amounting to an acquittal or DNAA after the prosecution decided to drop all 47 charges of criminal breach of trust, graft and money laundering against the former Deputy PM. The charges were related to the misuse of funds at Yayasan Akal Budi. Deputy Public Prosecutor Datuk Muhammad Dusuki Mokhtar told Judge Datuk Colin Lawrence Sekera today that he had instructions from Attorney General Tan Sri Idrus Harun to discontinue the charges against Zahid after 4 years of trial. The prosecution said the MACC is still investigating the matter and also highlighted a need to look into former AG Tan Sri Tommy Thomas's memoir as it is relevant to the charges. A DNAA means an accused person can face trial for the same charges in the future if the prosecution decides to reinstate them. Zahid's lead counsel, Datuk Hisham Tepotek, told the press that they will file an appeal to seek a full acquittal of all the charges. Sources say Datuk Azman Ismail, former MD and CEO at Plus Malaysia, has emerged as one of the contenders in the race to lead the MOF's special purpose vehicle company, Digital National. The position has been vacant since March this year after industry veteran Augustus Ralph Marshall stepped down from the role when his 2-year contract expired. Azman, who was most recently with Plus from January 2017 to December 2022, was previously MD of Shell Malaysia Trading and concurrently the general manager of its retail business, overseeing Shell's petroleum retailing in Malaysia and Brunei. In his 30-year career at Shell, Azman held key positions in the operations, retail and finance departments. Azman is regarded as the leading candidate to get the job, but 2 more names are touted. Senator Datuk Sri S. Vell Paari and former MCMC chairman Al-Ishsal Ishak Dikaci. Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fadzil had reportedly said the new leadership for DNB was expected to be announced by MOF on August 31st. The police are in the process of seizing assets worth 93.2 million ringgit purchased using monies originating from 1MDB with the help of the fund's former General Counsel Jasmine Loo. Deputy Inspector General of Police Datuk Sri Ayub Khan Maidin Piche said today the assets include properties in Singapore, the United States and London and 9 paintings including 2 by Picasso, as well as monies held in bank accounts. These assets were declared by Loo to the police and also recorded in her statutory declaration that was signed on August 23rd. He added that the assets are believed to be worth even more now, as the 93.2 million ringgit figure quoted is based on the prices back in 2013 when the assets were first purchased. Loo is currently held under remand by the authorities following her return to Malaysia on July 7th after 5 years on the run. She is said to be one of the accomplices of fugitive Penang-born businessman Loh Teck Joe and is one of the defendants in the $8 billion suit filed by 1MDB against her, former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak and former 1MDB officers. AmInvestment Bank raised its 2023 FBM KLCI target to 1,570 points from 1,500 on the assumption that domestic institutions will largely maintain their buy position towards the end of the year. This is on the back of ample local liquidity, below average valuations, highly attractive dividend yields, as well as window dressing amid improving corporate earnings growth next year. In a best-case scenario, such as an abrupt reversal of US Fed policy and an improvement in global economic conditions, it said the FBM KLCI should reach 1,645 by the end of this year. The research house said a global recession, a new COVID-19 outbreak, and intensifying geopolitical conflicts could meanwhile push the benchmark composite to a worst-case scenario of 1,222. AmInvestment has an overweight call on the banking, oil and gas, auto, consumer, power, property, REITs and healthcare sectors, with top picks including CIMB Group Holdings, Tenaga Nasional, Telekom Malaysia, Dialog Group and Inari Amatron. It also likes small-cap stocks with strong brand names, such as Spritzer and Encom Nilex, and grossly undervalued companies like Dillium. TNG Digital said it is fully committed to complying with Bank Negara Malaysia's standards after the central bank fined the company 600,000 ringgit for onboarding 2 sanctioned individuals, an act that contravened the Financial Services Act 2013. In a statement today, the electronic payment system company said the actual breaches occurred more than 3 years ago and that total transactions on its platform were minimal. Still, TNG Digital said it treated these breaches with utmost seriousness and promptly reported them to the central bank. It said it had informed BNM of the discoveries made regarding the sanctioned users, in addition to conducting a thorough review and making improvements to its internal procedures and systems to prevent future occurrences. Its CEO Eleni said TNG Digital's users are its top priority and it aims to reinforce their confidence in the compliance of its platform. He added the company will continue to cooperate with BNM, adhere to protocols and practice the highest standard of self-accountability.